Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today is May 19. Today is Tuesday. It's currently 11:30 lunchtime. Another day, another trade, another win. Um, I love doing this, man. Real talk. It's trouble. It's troublesome at times. It's tricky, but I really love what I'm doing. But let me come in, give y'all this breakdown, and let y'all go. Um, okay. Let me just start from the weekly. Let me start from the weekly and really do a TA real quick, top down analysis. So as we can see, is it control? It is control. As we can see on the weekly chart, we have this weekly gap right here. So keep in mind that we have this weekly gap. I'm going to come back to it. We have this weekly gap right here. We have another one right here. And then we have a tiny one right here. So we have 3 weekly gaps on our chart, right? As we can see with our indicator. Let me add this back. So weekly. So this is our weekly gap line. So just keep that in mind. Coming into today, one second, y'all. Coming into today, I was bearish. Just looking at the daily chart and seeing the close that we got. We are closing below the previous candle, and we're closing lower than the previous candle's close. So seeing that is just indicating some bearish momentum and bearish pressure to me. We did respect this daily gap from Friday. Is that from Friday? But we have now tagged back into it, and we are closing below the CE, or we closed directly at the CE of this daily gap, and we're just showing that we want to go lower, right? Same thing on the 4-hour, starting to disrespect our bullish gaps a little bit more and more, finally getting into a range where we can see internal to external moves. We are no longer at all-time highs. We're no longer trading, or we're no longer longing till we can't. But we're actually looking for real plays. So now let's go down to the 1-hour. Let me okay, now we come down to the 1-hour. It's a little bit cleaner right here. What is this? It's a 15. It's a 15. Yeah. Let me okay, perfect. And let's go to the start of the day. Replay. Pardon. Replay. Start new. Am I tripping? Replay. Let's start from right here. Okay, so coming into today, I didn't really have, I obviously was bearish, but I wasn't really looking for any play right off the open. I did see this short right here. This was a really nice short off this 1-minute candle. We had this nice short, building LR, accumulating, and we have our lows right here. We have some lows right here. And if you're not targeting those lows, you could target this low right here. Right? I don't know if we actually hit it. We actually did. So yeah, if you target the full lows, you just hit for 96 points at the open. So that was the first play I saw. Once again, I was neither, I'm obviously saying that we have bearish structure, but I didn't really have any narrative to be looking for either shorts or longs. But right here, we have this super bullish reaction. So I'm kind of confused on what we're trying to do. Maybe we'll take out London. And I go to the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute chart, and we have this 15-minute gap right here. So I see this. I thought we were going to inverse it just based off of this nice, once again, bullish reaction. We've moved up 200 points off the open, off the PM sweep. But we're tagging into this we're tagging into this 15-minute gap, and we have this 1-hour gap above us. So seeing this, I want to see a reaction out of this, and then potentially look for shorts. Or if we inverse it, I'm looking to take it to these highs that we have up here, and all-time highs potentially. So we have this 15-minute tag and we create this 1 minute gap right here, right? We create this 1 minute gap, and I saw this in live time, but I didn't know that I was supposed to take it. I thought it was too premature. It was a super clean play looking back at it. It was a super clean play, but I thought it was just a little bit premature. I thought we would have tagged to the 1 hour that was 47 points away off this reaction. I just thought we would have kept going higher. I didn't know what this pullback was, but it ended up playing out for shorts. And right here, I started to get a little confused on what I'm really looking at. Obviously, with hindsight, I'm going to say shorts did look like the obvious play, continuation shorts to be exact. But right here, let me go to this bar. I hate when it gets sticky. Right here, obviously we have this 5 minute that I have marked out. We had a 5 minute bullish gap, and so even though we did tag into this 15 minute and we had a nice reaction out of it, we now have this 5 minute bullish gap, and we also have a nice reaction out of the 5. So I'm just confused. And I think that was, yeah, we touched CE of the 5 minute gap. Nice equal lows we put in, and we're getting this nice reaction out of it. So I kind of wanted to look for longs right here, and I was just a little bit confused. But then we tag back into this 1 minute bearish gap, and we hold it, and we hold this one as well. And I'm like, okay, wait. If we're not going higher and we can consolidate a little bit and potentially flip this bullish gap, this is just continuation shorts. You know, it's just reversed. Usually you'll have shorts like this and you'll continue lower, but these shorts are off a sweep. We have all the liquidity we need. We give us a pullback, we tag back into it, and we're continuing lower. And I take this trade right here. Right? Okay, that's another, once again, we hold this 1 minute bearish gap. And so now that I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, if we inverse this bullish gap right here, I'm taking shorts to the lows that we have. I'm taking shorts to these lows, these 830 lows that we just put in. And we see we run with no pullbacks. We just run, no drawdown. We run straight to our lows. And after we ran, I took this play on my Tradeify Grand Cup account, which I'll talk about at the end a little bit. We run, right? And we take out this low, and we take out, we don't take out any more lows, but we tag into the weekly gap that I mentioned at the start of this video. And seeing that we tag into this 15 minute, or not 15 minute, but seeing that we tag into this weekly gap, I'm not bearish anymore. You cannot be bearish off of a weekly gap tap, right? We have this weekly gap tap, and obviously the higher the time frame, the more significance the gap holds. So to have a 15 minute bearish gap, or to have a weekly gap tap, I can no longer just be looking for, I can't be looking for shorts anymore. So with that in mind, my narrative and my bias now switch to longs. And if I look at the 15, we obviously created this breakaway gap. But once again, I'm no longer looking for shorts. Obviously, you might be looking for more continuation, but I just don't want to trade into a high resistance weekly bullish gap. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's never going to make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. I'm not trading into a weekly bearish gap out of a 15 minute. I'm not trading into a weekly bullish gap out of a 15-minute bearish gap. That's what I'm trying to say. So we have this 15-minute gap created, but I'm going to be looking for longs. I have suspicion that this gap is going to be inversed, right? And so I just need nice structure to be made. And we see that right here. We tag into the 15-minute gap, and once again, I did say I'm looking for longs, but I just had to try out this short just in case. Just in case, I had to try out this short just to see if it would work, right? and I take this 1 minute inverse. I take this 1 minute inverse to the downside, and I get stopped out break even. I get stopped out break even right here. 1 minute inverse, 15-minute gap tap. It looks good. Once again, it is high resistance. But I had to try it just in case we were gonna go take out these lows, and our lows are right here. So it didn't make sense not to. You feel me? And I did go break even super quickly, but we just failed to go lower. Right here is what I want to talk about. We see this wick right here. Hold on. Okay, 1 second, y'all. To begin with, we had this 3-minute gap right here, which we inversed, as we could see. I didn't take this first play, because once I took this short right here, and we failed to go lower off of it and displace lower, I didn't want to now take a 3-minute bullish gap. I wanted to fully wait for the inverse to the upside off of this, out of this 15-minute. We didn't end up inversing this 1 minute, 3-minute gap right here, but that wasn't the play I was looking for. Hold on, am I ahead? I might be ahead. Okay, my fault, y'all. I'm so ahead. I'm so ahead, y'all. My fault. The 1 minute gap is right here. I'm trolling y'all. 1 minute gap is right here. Okay, yeah, this is the play I took. My fault, y'all. My fault. Okay, let me reverse. Okay, yeah, let me reverse real quick. So 3-minute gap tap. I didn't want to take a long without inversing the 15-minute. We then end up inversing this 3-minute gap and then rejecting out of the 15. And once again, I had to see if this play would work out. And then this was the short I took. I thought it was right here. It was right here. This was the short I took. And I get a nice entry, no drawdown. We take out these lows. Okay, that was a break even. Yeah, I was wondering where my break even was. Making shit up. This was my break even. And we failed to go lower. No harm, no foul. And this would be my TP. And it was honestly a clean trade. Once again, high resistance. So yeah, this was the first play. Got break even. I'm not mad at it. I can now switch my bias to longs. Once again, tapped into a weekly gap, and we get this nice V shape. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Nice V shape after we take out these internal lows on the 1 minute. Right, nice V shape. We have a 1 minute. Where's the gap at? I think we had a 2-minute gap. Yeah, this is a 2-minute gap. It's a 2 minute and a 1 minute. So this is our 1 minute gap right here. Let me get rid of all of this. This is our 1 minute gap, and then we had a 2-minute gap. I initially missed the 1 minute gap entry. So I marked out the 2 minute. That is the second highest inversion. And I look to take my entry off of it. And I go down to the 1 minute. I get entered in, and we run with no drawdown. We'll see right here. This is where I entered, and we take this nice play, got break even. And I'm now targeting the low. I'm not targeting the low, but I'm targeting this unmitigated 5-minute gap right here. I just need my piece of the pie. This unmitigated 5-minute is what I was targeting. Did I want to wait till the full 15? No. Partially, one, because of consistency, and 2, I just needed to get my piece of the pie. It was at that time it was 9:55. I'm not trying to be on the charts for too long. I didn't care to hold it. This is a nice 70-point play right here, and I get my TP, and then we end up chopping around a little bit. But once again, I did think we were going to go higher. And as we can see, we did end up fully inversing this 15, I think. But that is my trade for today. With the Grand Cup thing, I made a crucial mistake trying to, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not doing it no more. First day was good, and then I ended up trolling all of yesterday, trying to take multiple executions. I'm going to still try and get back within it, and if I do, I'll update y'all. But Right now, I'm like number 6,700. No pun intended. Um, some people are like 25,000. Some people are like I don't even know if it's possible to reach, but I'm gonna still try. Um, but yeah, those are my two trades for today. I hope y'all boys caught a dub. Keep pushing. It's only Tuesday, and yeah, why not us?